Hi, my name is Virginia Becker, and I'm a member of the Coalition for the Unhoused of Silicon Valley. We are proposing a well-thought-out, safe living community, which we've named The Village. And the Village will be a combination of safe parking and modular housing designed for people that are currently unhoused. Right now, Santa Clara County is in the midst of a humanitarian crisis. We are offering an immediate solution, one that can be implemented in a matter of months, not years. Permanent housing is the ultimate solution, but we need to immediately address where our unhoused can live right now while they wait for their permanent housing to become available. And that wait can be anywhere from 2 to 10 years. According to the 2022 point-in-time count, there are 10,028 unhoused people living in Santa Clara County. This is a 3% increase over the last count. And with only 2,320 shelter beds available, this means there are 7,708 people with nowhere to go every night. Tents and encampments in neighborhoods cannot be moved due to a federal court ruling called Boise versus Martin. This ruling means that anti-camping laws cannot be enforced. We are not meeting the needs for emergency and transitional housing, and the situation is getting worse quickly. For every one person housed, 2 to 3 become unhoused. Permanent housing is a wonderful solution, but the number of unhoused is growing at a rate that permanent housing just can't keep up with. We need to explore options that will address this problem right now. We cannot wait years for permanent housing to become available to get people into safe living and off the streets. But where can people safely wait? Well, we have a suggestion. We believe that an excellent example of where a village community can be built is the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. The land at the fairgrounds is owned by the citizens of Santa Clara County, which means there's no need to buy land. And the land is available right now. The fairgrounds is completely fenced in and access controllable, and it doesn't impinge on dense neighborhood housing. The village community will not interfere with the proposed sports parks. And the fairgrounds is within walking distance of the Social Services Office of Santa Clara County. The location is also ideal because it's within walking distance of a large shopping center and food establishments, complete with a Costco, Target, and banks. It's also within walking distance of major bus and rail lines. There are several reasons why our coalition is endorsing Bosch shelters. Bosch shelters are constructed out of steel walls and roofs. They are made of self-extinguishing materials, so they will not burn. As a result, they can be placed next to each other. Other shelters need to be placed 6 feet apart due to fire safety. Also, Bosch shelters can easily be picked up and moved with a forklift. They have a 20-year lifespan, where other shelters last about 10 years. Plus, they are aesthetically pleasing. Our proposal calls for a fraction of the unused land at the fairgrounds. With just 13 of the 80 unused acres, we could provide safe parking to 160 people and safe living for 240 people. And I want to mention that studies have shown that interim housing is more effective and manageable if communities limit themselves to no more than 50 residents. With that in mind, we are proposing that each of the village communities house no more than 40 residents. We are proposing 4 communities for safe parking. Each of the 4 communities would have 40 vehicles for a total of 160 vehicles. If there's more than one person in a vehicle, that would be taken into consideration, so the count is never more than 40 residents. The second area we are proposing are the 6 Bosch shelter communities. Each of these 6 communities would have 40 Bosch shelters for a total of 240 shelters. The Bosch shelter communities would be built with a combination of units for both single people as well as slightly larger units for couples and families. Again, it is important not to exceed 40 residents per community. And each of these 10 communities would have their own caseworker, program assistant, work trailer for support staff, chemical toilets, wash stations, electricity, internet, dumpsters, facility to prepare meals, security, and showers. Most importantly, the village would offer a complete array of wraparound services. The village community would be a place where our unhoused can prepare themselves for the daily responsibilities and challenges of permanent housing. In order to accomplish that, we need extensive wraparound services. Studies have shown that the chances of successfully transitioning into permanent housing is greater when wraparound services are made available. Services such as intake and assessment, case management, cell phone service, counseling and mental health, medical services, substance abuse programs, job training and placement, and identification services so people can obtain their driver's license and social security cards. But of course, the big question is, how much will this cost? We have two types of costs. We have one-time startup costs and we have monthly costs. Based upon similar projects, we estimate our one-time startup costs to be between $9 and $10 million. And for that, we'll have 240 Bosch shelters, bathrooms, electricity, and showers and sinks. And we anticipate that we'll have some unforeseen costs, so we're factoring that into our proposal. Based upon similar projects, we estimate that our monthly recurring fees will be between $1 and $1.5 million. This includes sanitation, food, dumpsters, work trailers, and staffing for the 10 communities, 6 communities of Bosch shelters, and 4 communities of safe parking. The latest study done in 2015 shows that the average cost per unhoused person in Santa Clara County is about $62,000 annually. If you look at the right, you'll see where some of the money is spent, and we should note that this amount does not include the money spent each year in Santa Clara County for first responders, legal expenses, and encampment sweeps, which total about $8 million annually. Our proposal will provide safe, temporary housing to approximately 400 unhoused people at a time. Right now, without transitional housing, Santa Clara County is spending about $25 million for 400 unhoused people while they wait for their permanent housing to become available. Our proposal gets 400 people into safe living for a fraction of the cost at about $14 million. And remember, our proposal includes wraparound services and even 3 meals a day at a savings of about $11 million to the county. As the homeless situation is rapidly growing, so are the encampments. Most every neighborhood in Santa Clara County has some type of encampment nearby. Our question is, which would you rather have in your neighborhood? Encampments like the one shown on the left, or, at a savings of about $11 million a year to the county, a Bosch shelter community similar to what you see on the right. Our village community concept can easily be replicated in other districts in Santa Clara County. Ideally, we would like to see these transitional communities within every district within the city of San Jose and every city within Santa Clara County. In summary, we feel there's no place better suited for a village community than the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds. The barren land is available right now, and we are in the midst of a humanitarian crisis. Santa Clara County will save millions by acting on our proposal. Remember, the citizens of Santa Clara County own the fairgrounds, so there's no need to purchase land. It's available right now. And the village will be a model to show others how communities can peacefully live, work, and play together. We want there to be accountability and transparency conducted by a third-party entity. And this community will be built with thoughtful input from partner organizations, city officials, and most importantly, from our housed and unhoused neighbors. And lastly, because it's the right thing to do. Imagine holding a housing voucher for years, unable to secure permanent housing. Every human being has the right to safe living, and that includes those that are waiting for their permanent housing to become available. So how can you help to get safe living communities into Santa Clara County? First, we would appreciate it if you would share this YouTube with others. Start a conversation about transitional housing in your neighborhood. We would like help connecting with neighborhood associations, businesses, church groups, and elected officials. And when the time comes to show support, please join us and voice your concerns to the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors. Here is a partial list of those who have endorsed us. Please contact us so we can add you to our list. We welcome your feedback. Please email us your comments at fairgroundproposal@groups.outlook.com. Well, on behalf of the Coalition for the Unhoused of Silicon Valley, we would like to thank you for your support.